First things first, I'm not by any means a professional at installing paint protective film. This is just how I did it on my car, and this is how I'm turning my sponsorship into a business. If you want to know more about how I did this, leave me a comment, like the video, and I'll consider making another video about this. I'll peel this back. Tack that first. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to this side. What I'm going to do is peel this liner back. It's binding up over here because it's already tacked down. You don't want that to happen. So. You come over here and pull this down. I'll just work all these bubbles out by my thumb. I'm gonna work it this way. All right. I'm gonna come back over here. Just let this feed in there. All right, so now I'm gonna work this crease out here. I'm also just gonna add in here and say, get yourself a pack of these gloves on Amazon. They're super cheap. And also, one quick tip right here, when you're trying to remove all these wrinkles, just snap and pull. You don't want to pull slowly as it will stretch the material. That is necessary for some other portions, but not here. I'm just gonna cut it now. So you're gonna find where your panel is, right? You're gonna find it here. Just gonna go ahead and expose your blade a little bit. Just follow it, keep it away from the rim. When you cut to remove this excess material, make sure that you're not cutting along the fender line, because you want to have enough material to wrap under and seal into the fender. We don't need this anymore. And then you can use this for wrapping a door handle, or you can use it for wrapping a mirror cap. We're just going to go ahead and set that aside for now. Just get rid of that. All right, so once you got that more reasonable size to work with, just gonna pull this back. Just gonna feed this in here. So I've got a lot of tension because it like binded right there. So I'm gonna try to pick and pull this up. Fold this way. So you're just gonna pull tension this way towards you. And just work it up. Alright. So you got that there. I'm gonna feed this in. All right, and then you got your headlight recess right here. Just work all these out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make a relief cut right here on the headlight. You're gonna find this. And that will give you some leave here to tuck this down. Just let this feed and add a little bit of heat. Get some tension out of that. Okay, and then this piece here. Tuck in. So you're just gonna pick and pull, pick up, pull, and press. So we're just picking up, pulling it, and pressing it. Okay, just working all these little air bubbles out. Just working our way up the panel. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna come back over here. We're gonna finish installing this here. I'm gonna find my squeegee. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lift this off. Just gonna work these air bubbles out. Just work them up. Make sure we're getting all the air out. Okay. That go up and around. We need to make a relief cut because that's causing too much tension here. So like that. Okay, so don't need that. So that allows me to work that over just like so. Once that's on there, just gonna come back down here once again. Keep feeding that in down to where the fender stops. Let that drop down, and there she goes. All right, and this one here. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and remove this cellophane. What I like to do is just grab the edge and kind of crinkle it like this, and then it allows it to come off. Just gonna peel this back. All right, so once I got to this section, I used the heat gun and I just applied a little bit of heat to get the material to work in the way that I needed it to. When you're doing this, just add heat in increments and be patient. Work the material gently and slowly into the panel and the body lines that you need it to. Avoid from collapsing the material too fast as it will just wrinkle and cause so many different problems. If this does happen, just however, pull the material back off the panel and apply more heat. This will basically return the material to its original shape and then allow you to reinstall it and just try to avoid from making the same mistake. So on the side of the fenders, what I did is I just pulled straight down towards the ground while applying a little bit of heat. And as soon as the wrinkles disappear, I just take my thumb glove and press against the panel This worked great for me. I don't know if you'll have the same type of fender, but hands down, this fender has been overall pretty easy to wrap. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and trim all the edges up. All right. So what you're gonna do once you're there, you're gonna come down here, make your incision. I do about a finger width, and I just leave my blade, and I just follow this edge here. And it kind of gives me the same distance all the way around. Now once it starts to fold in, you gotta keep tension on it and pull it back. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm just setting my finger here. I'm using the fender line to drag my finger along, so it follows the fender. And then once you get here, you just kind of make your own decision. Is just add a little bit of heat. Oh, I need a squeegee first. There you go. So once you're there, you're just gonna apply heat here. Tuck that in. See what I'm at. You're just gonna apply this heat here. So on this section here, when you're applying the heat, the material is essentially just going to want to curl and grab the inside of the fender. Allow this to happen and just start the initial tack and then go back and just add a decent amount of heat as you want to seal the edge really good. This is a crucial point as where all the rocks are going to be dinging off the fender. Just cut off your excess. When you're cutting the body lines against the door, make sure you barely have your blade exposed and you're staying against the door panel or the opposing panel that you're cutting for, as you want to have enough to feed into the gap. Get all the way through. This should come all the way out. And you don't have to throw this piece away because you can use this for door handle, panel, something. Maybe a little tuck tool. All right, now just gonna peel this back. Just gonna tuck this in like so, and then we're gonna go back and add a little bit of heat. Press it on. And come right here. And I'm just gonna push up on this because it's stuck to the headlight right here. So what I need to do is break the tension off of the headlight, and then what I'm gonna do is tuck it in there. You see what I'm doing? I'm gonna press that back behind that seal, and that'll hold it in place. So that ain't coming out. All right, so even though there is a seal in there holding the material in place, I'm still going to go back with heat and a tuck tool and ensure that it's completely sealed against that fender I don't want any dust or water getting in there and working its way up to the top side of the paint. So this is the completion of the fender. You're just going to watch me finish this up, and then, yeah, thanks for watching. How to wrap your fender. How long did that take us?